On the green space between Tesperhude Straße and Westerhese, in Grünhof-Tesperhude, you can find a monument that is only apparently an everyday memorial for those who fell in both world wars. The monument, a stone still, puzzles about its origin and meaning.
Hi guys, my name is Anna and I like little towns. Today I'm going to bring you around a tiny town in Germany that is called Geesthacht, and it's particularly part of Grünhof-Tesperhude. We are going to see a monument for people who fell in World War I and World War II. I will try to tell you a little bit about the history of this place while showing how it looks. I hope you will enjoy it.
Very little is known about the erection of this memorial in 1922. The community of Grünhof-Tesperhude had the names of 33 people chiseled into the stone who fell in the First World War or who had died of war injuries up to 1922. This complex is exceptionally designed for the village location. In the area between Grünhof and Tesperhude, which at that time was unwooded, a circular hill was raised, and the sandstone stele was erected on top. The stele is lavishly decorated next to the names of the fallen, with a remarkable symbolism. The memorial stone is accessed from the south via a staircase. The visitors climbed the steps to honor the memory of the victims. The stele was visible from afar, and thus became a memorial. The names of the fallen are on the narrow sides of the stone. On the left side are the names of the dead from 1914 and 1915. On the right side, those of the other war years and the post-war years. The stele is made of Weser sandstone. This material was widely used in the 1920s because it was easy to obtain and it was inexpensive. But sandstone is a very weather-affected stone. Due to the penetration and freezing of moisture, parts of the stone repeatedly break off. Unfortunately, it is not possible to restore it. Therefore, the information that the stone contains about the fallen, as well as about the symbolism, is preserved through an explanatory board situated nearby. On the front and back of the stele there is a high level of symbolism, which is in contrast to each other. The front symbolizes evil, and the back symbolizes good. The upper picture of the front shows a hand leaning downwards, holding 5 lightning bolts. The symbolism of the front seems a bit paradoxical at first, since lightning can only be generated by nature and not by humans. In the following, however, it becomes clear that the lightning bolts represent violence, destruction, and people's hatred. The inscription reads, "Treason, world is hate, violence, lies," whereby the word hate is in the top center in a circle, and thus has a prominent position. The text below reads, "The memory of the heroes who deposed their lives for Germany's freedom in the World War. The grateful community, Grünhof-Tesperhude." The back of the stele stands for the good. On the head part is the symbol of the sun. In the beginning there was light. Thus religion and theology are thematized. In space, the sun stands above everything, that is also made clear here. It is in the center and positioned above 10 stars and a crescent moon that are shown in the shoulder area. The representation of the sun is surrounded by the words, "God is love, right, truth, faithfulness." Here, too, the word love is emphasized by being in the middle of the circle. Below you can read the following text. "Often look up at the stars, as if you were working with them. Such thoughts cleanse the soul from the filth of earthly life." This is a quote from Mark Aurel. In 1958, a simple commemorative plaque for the victims and dead of the Second World War was placed in front of the existing war memorial. The memorial stone for the Second World War is a roughly broken embossed granite slab that was placed in front of the stele. The inscription reads, in memory of the victims of World War II. The spirit of the times of the young Weimar Republic was influenced by the idea of the Heldenhain, a memorial for the fallen of the First World War in Eberswalde. This design expressed the commemoration and adoration of the heroes. After the end of the Second World War, it was no longer the patriotic veneration of one's own heroes. The mourning for all that overcame the horrors of war in general came to the fore.
The sound of the forest and of children playing nearby seems very different from the memories about the wars. And this is now a symbol for all of us to remember that wars do nothing good to people. And we have to remember it.